I don't like watching it. Because it's like...
It's on and popping.
It'd be like you if you were sitting there with a hammer and you just kept fucking hitting yourself in the head. I would tell you to stop. Because you're not doing yourself any good.
You'd be like calling us after. I'd be like, actually, it's not even that bad.
Fucking toxic. Tired of toxic people. I am. Thank you.
So they're fixing your car?
What's that?
You getting your car fixed?
I am getting my car fixed.
What happened to
I got a...
Old Red having problems?
No. Just preventative maintenance. Oil needs to be changed. I'm a little overdue for that. I'm about 800 miles overdue for that. So.
I'm about 8,000 miles overdue.
No.
You might not have any oil.
No. Well, I'm pretty regular about that kind of, I'm getting the brakes done because it's time for those to be done. I'm hitting almost at 160,000 on it, so I need to have those done again.
Yeah.
And then I've got a sway bar link in the front. Looks like one of the bushings came off, and it's hanging down. So I told them to fix the fucking sway bar link, too. So they should have all that done, and then heading to the doctor in just a little bit. Which is, I know it's White Trash Wednesday, but I had to take my car in this morning. Got to go to the doctor in a little bit, so. Sorry, kids. No jorts today.
They're gonna change your oil.
We're pretty locked down.
Yeah, the doctor's gonna change my oil. I went and had blood work done last week.
Said you're more female than male.
Right. And that they referred me to some species off of Star Trek, Klingons or something, or maybe I just told me I needed to wipe better, and I was just getting it twisted. I don't know. But yeah.
I'm glad they're gonna get you fixed regardless.
Yeah. No, my blood work all came back good, so that's what we're going to talk about today. Except my vitamin D3 was low.
Which is common because you don't take a daily vitamin.
Right, exactly, which I should. I mean, and
we have some around here.
Yeah.
We even sell some daily
I'm pretty
vitamins.
sure, like, anytime anyone asks me about nutrition, that's one of the first things that comes out of my mouth is, do you even take a daily vitamin? That's like the first step to getting healthy, is committing yourself to an everyday helping yourself a little bit.
But everything else, I mean, blood pressure, they said was great. Fucking all my cholesterols.
Healthy as a mule.
Yeah, everything was good. Test was a little low for my age, but they were worried about the HGH because of the brain injury, the pituitary. But I guess those levels seem to be okay as well.
That's really good.
Yeah, exactly. So all in all, I mean, other than D3 being low, fucking everything else is pretty much textbook. I think my good cholesterol is a little bit low.
HDL.
The what?
HDL is your good cholesterol.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It just...
Right? Correct? I know that because I was eating so much fish in San Diego when they tested me. The doctor said, what the fuck do you eat? Your good cholesterol is actually elevated very high.
Yeah. No.
His iodine was up in his blood because he eats so many shrimp.
Iodine fine, mercury is fine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mallory's dad works for the DOE up there, and he said there's a creek up there, and he said you can flip over rocks, and you can see mercury just sitting there. And he said when he
collecting in the low areas and stuff?
Yeah, well, and like a lot.
And it all joins together?
Because, Watts Bar and everything, like, is all up there. And he said he can remember when he was young, like, they'd go and, like, splash it around and they didn't know that it was that bad.
Right?
Yeah. And he said, like,
that should get in your blood quick and go to your
I'm
brain.
I am fucking pretty sure, 99% sure, that in, like, 3rd and 4th grade in science class, I remember fucking seeing kids play with mercury.
I used to break mercury.
The little bulbs and thermostats and stuff.
Yeah, so like Dad, Dad had an HVAC company or whatever, or like worked for one. Yeah. I used to go and break the thermostats because I thought it looked cool. I didn't realize it was extremely
that's
toxic and a very
blood barrier get right to your skin.
Yeah, it's very absorbable. So
it goes right to your brain, doesn't it?
All the deer, and all the deer and all the fish and everything that you hunt up in the Oak Ridge area, they you go get them tested because they can tell you if you got a hot animal or not. Whether it's hot with radiation or like some sort of poisoning and stuff.
That's from years prior. Like that's
it doesn't happen overnight, but like it's
that's been addressed. Like whatever leaked that is no longer leaking that. Correct?
I think it's to the point actually. Like you said, like you have to go do that. Like all of the animals.
Right, but it's not current.
No, it's not. Yeah, no, they don't do it anymore. But they didn't know before. And they just all of a sudden realized they were pumping that shit into the ground, I guess.
Somebody realized it.
Yeah.
Somebody fucking
Somebody knew.
Someone looked down one day and saw, like, you know,
And this is why you shouldn't throw your grass clippings and stuff down the storm drains.
but yeah, I think that's pretty interesting.
So they're starting the dirt. They're going to level. So I was talking to Todd at the building. We got to be at the building to meet the glass guys at 11:30. You have to be at the doctor at 10.
Yep.
Your car is not here, so you'll just take one of our trucks, and then you can meet us at the gym or whatever.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I was hoping to be able to get to the gym today too.
So they're going to cut everywhere on each side of the building. We have like curbs there, you know, so motherfuckers wouldn't run up and hit the building. That apparently didn't work because the building's been hit many times. So the steel doesn't match the steel that building was made of. They no longer have. They have something similar. So they're going to take skin from the back side of the building, reskin the front side where those damaged panels are, so they match. Put new skin on the back because it won't match the rest of the building. They're going to cut those curbs. They're going to take all that concrete around the slab of the building out of there. And they're going to taper the building in all 4 directions away from the building. Get it to drain, exactly. Because what's happened is the water's coming off the side of that building when it rains sideways.
It
just sitting.
And sits in there and fucking pools. And that's where some of that concrete...
That's how I saw Todd putting his face. He said, you want that 1-inch drop off your pad or whatever.
Exactly. So I said, well, you got these tractors here. Why don't you just grade the whole fucking thing?
Well,
level it out.
When they level it, it'll make it better for whenever you want to make your building or your parking lot and anything else.
Yeah.
So because it's kind of dome shaped, the whole thing.
Well,
we got a lot of low spots in there.
Yeah, and then in the wintertime stuff when it's cold too, you're gonna have big ice patches and skating rinks and shit. So get that stuff away from there.
They're gonna take care of all that. That way, when we put the concrete and the asphalt in, and plus it'll just get all the drainage out. So when we start putting the animals in the back, all that drainage will fall, you know, off of the property, away from the property.
Very cool.
What do you guys think about the SARMs and stuff and everything so far?
I like them.
I'm liking it.
I couldn't tell you about the SARM. I've taken them for a few days, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You
the pre-workout.
Give yourself 2 weeks and you'll see a leaning effect from the SARMs.
With the pre-workout, it definitely fucking works.
Yeah,
like the pre-workout and then the stimulant. Is it the hyperlean?
The hyperlean,
stimulant?
yeah.
Hyperlean and pre-workout together are pretty rad.
Like only take that fucking like I take pre-workout often, or you know, caffeine, you know, shit with caffeine in it, and I have to be careful. Like that hyperlean works so well.
Yeah,
it's literally too much for me. The only time I will take it is on the way to the gym.
Yeah, it'll put some lead in your pencil.
Yeah, I've actually cut back my coffee consumption.
Which
yeah,
that's like a cool thing.
No, it is
because coffee's not bad.
But it's a dilator. It constricts the caffeine and stuff, right?
Well, yeah, but
so
it's not a bad thing. The coffee, but it's the stuff we put in the
together.
coffee that adds to your caloric intake that you don't need. When you put creamer and you start to put artificial sweeteners and stuff in there, it's not like they're gonna kill you, but they're like that extra bit that you don't need in your diet. When you can take this and alleviate it.
And I guess I don't really drink coffee. I drink warm popsicles. So.
But here's a perfect example. Like this shit right here. There's 35 servings in here. And a serving is so a tablespoon is a serving of this, and this has 35 calories per tablespoon.
Yep.
When you fill your coffee cup up halfway full,
and
like
then,
I see people do,
yeah,
that's
130
that's
calories.
10 fucking tablespoons.
Yeah.
You just added 350 calories to that. And then when you fill it 3/4 full, you're still putting 5 or 6. I don't ever see a motherfucker with a tablespoon measure.
Yeah,
I just see him dump
in.
this shit a half a cup of this in.
Yep.
Oh, I do. I put probably this.
It does
like
make
a good half
Dude,
inch.
I do it too.
Yep.
I do it too.
It makes it tasty.
I'll use that to cool the coffee off if my microwave is too
Exactly.
hot if it's from the morning before.
Well, like I said, I like warm popsicles. I don't really like coffee that much.
Yeah. But it's interesting how you can get around it, even though that's just say if you only had 1 cup a day and it was an extra 100 calories a day, but in 7 days that's 700 calories. If you cut 700 calories that were calorically
Dead.
inefficient, of no use to you, only for the negative, but you cut that out every week for 5 weeks.
That adds up.
Yeah, then you're talking about
Thousands of calories.
thousands and thousands.
We look at it like this way: a half a cup, you fill it with fucking half cup, 350 calories. If you do that 5 or 6 times through the day,
Yeah, then you're really talking about
that means I can eat a fucking bear claw once a day,
Right? Or an apple fritter.
or 2 bear claws.
Okay.
What's this gonna be?
I don't know. I'll go find
It's gonna
that.
be the car wash, guys.
Yep.
Oh,
There you go.
come on in.
Who's that for?
Go ahead and pause that.
I got you.
All right, John's taking care of doing stuff with the car wash guys that are coming to detail the vehicles. So you got Tactical Pablo's got something here for you.
I got an email. Now I want to say this, that like I don't do online coaching. I don't do nutrition coaching anymore. But I did get an email, and I read it. You came in there and read it. From a gentleman. I'm not gonna mention his name or anything. He's a customer. Seems like a pretty good guy. And he's basically reached a point where
he was pretty good.
He reached out. He wanted some help because his nutrition is literally to the point where he was like, I guess
he's in a life or
he's reached a point where like it could be life threatening if it were to continue, and I'm gonna help kind of coach him and try and get him going the right way if possible. But I guess what I wanted to say about that was, given circumstances like that, like he mentioned, he was like, I would never tell anyone this, but I don't know anyone in this field, and I know that you kind of know, and I'm reaching out to you. I'm not telling everyone to reach out to me because that's not really like there are people to reach out to, and I think that's something that taking the first step and admitting like I've got to get some help and going and finding. I do think that's an awesome thing for anyone to do because it's not
that's
fun
a big
to say
move.
that. Yeah, it's not.
Regardless of what the issue is that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
To acknowledge it, admit it, and say, hey, I know I need to take steps in this and then saying, but I don't know which way to go or help me.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, because he's
and good for you.
Yeah, he's got a wife and daughter, and he was wanting to improve and save himself basically so that he could spend time with them, which is a big deal. Like, I listen. I mean, Lance has heard me listen to it. I listen to like these motivation. I posted one on my page the other day. I listen to them all the time just because like I think it's interesting to learn from other people's lives. Like you ever hear a motivational speaker speak? He's usually not speaking just something he read out of a book. Sometimes he is, but it's a lot of times it's some sort of life experience that taught him like this or that. And I think it's cool to be able to help people in that area. And anyway, I am going to be helping him, and like I hope to be able to give you positive updates on it as we go. I am going to try and help this guy and get him on the right track. But I just wanted to say, whatever your situation or whatever, don't be afraid to reach out to friends, family, etc. to get yourself on the right path, because I mean we've all lost our way at some point and had to find a friend or family member to lean on, and I think it's a good thing for anyone to do. So anyway, I just wanted to say that.
I wanted to ask you about something.
You guys stir these?
No.
You know these fucking things have been cooking all this time?
Oh no.
All
right. We got on the. Oh, did they burn?
Yeah, they're fucking burned like a motherfucker. That's not steam coming out of it.
I'd have given those to the chickens.
Well, you still can.
Okay. What about like, is there, and I don't know, you would know, and that's why I'm asking you, and other people out there that are probably wondering on the same subject, is there not a point, or whatever, let's say like you have a medical issue or something like that, or even like diabetes or whatever, when you go from like, it could be a problem to, when you cross that line to clinical,
yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to ask is,
like if
you have a better chance of doing something.
Weight, can you fix it with diet?
Yeah, like, well, can you, before you hit that clinical stage, you have a better chance of, is that, how does that work exactly? Because
well, it's different for every person, but that's like anything else. If you let something get so big that it's obviously the larger the problem gets, it's going to be harder to mitigate and tone back down to where it's not a problem.
Right.
So yeah, not letting something snowball on you to where it's super difficult is obviously easier. But I don't think there's ever a problem like that you can't get back down.
Right.
I don't think there's a point.
But I guess what I was trying to ask, wouldn't it be before you get to that clinical mark, if you can make that, before you have to get on meds or anything like that to...
Yeah, it's always easier that way. Yeah. And there is a point. It's different for each person, but there is a point, and you can always stay away from that point just by taking care of yourself.
Well, look at diabetes. Like, when fucking beginning of diabetes can usually be addressed through diet.
Right.
But the longer you wait, it's going to fucking take chemicals, it's going to take drugs, it's going to take insulin. But if you had fucking caught it in the beginning and changed whatever you were doing...
That was causing that.
Like, we have people in the SOE shop right now, every time you walk in there, they're drinking diabetes. Every time you walk down there, it's a fucking can. It's a big fucking can of Monster, and they're not drinking it in 3 servings. It's a big can of Monster, or it's a fucking Mountain Dew, or it's a soda. Every one of them, fucking microwave meals, fucking crackers and fucking soda. They're eating carbs and fucking soda is fucking their mainstay meal. And they eat all through the day. We offer them gym. Some of them refuse the gym. They don't want to go to the gym. We fucking cook for some of them. Some of them don't. We, you know, if you go to the gym, we feed you. You don't go to the gym, we don't feed you. Like, I spend a lot of money on food. I'm not feeding your fucking
habit
death
right.
because you're fucking too lazy to go to the gym. Whatever. That's on you. I pay you to show up to work. You work. As long as you work, I will continue to pay you. You want to better your life? I will put a lot more into you if you're willing to better your life. But you can walk down, as an example, in our building, you can walk in the door and look around and you'll see fucking mega big
gulps and shit
filled with, it ain't water in them motherfuckers. I see them pouring the sodas in. Mm-hmm. You can see the fucking 6-packs of going through them. You can see it in our dumpster. It ain't coming out of this shop. It ain't coming from, you know, and we still have people that are bettering themselves and going to the gym and putting forth effort that are still eating like shit.
Yep.
They're just addicted to it.
Yeah, I had a boss that he passed away a few years ago. Shit, wasn't even in his mid-50s, maybe early to mid-50s.
That's young.
Yeah, exactly.
That's young.
Especially now.
Old, you know, he was a Army veteran, paratrooper and whatnot, but wasn't heavy at all. In fact, shit, I think he had like a 34-inch waist. I mean, he was, you know, proportion. He was in good, but every day he'd come to work with a 2-liter Mountain Dew in his hand.
Yeah.
Just walk into the building carrying a brand new 2-liter Mountain Dew. By the end of the day, he'd be opening another one. And he died of a heart attack. Just everything just fucking just out of the blue. Boom. Shut him down one day. Just and I'm sure, you know, then that's what they said. Poor nutrition and this and that and everything else. You know, had a kid, a brand new granddaughter, you know, wife and everything and stuff like that. And all because every day, instead of, you know, just little choices. Little choices.
We have enough things that tax our body and make things hazardous for us as humans. We're not exactly real durable.
Right.
So anything you can do to take care of yourself is obviously a good idea.
Definitely. Well, and the other thing, like with this other guy, we talked about when tactical gentleman, is that right?
Yeah.
When he was here,
The scientist.
Yeah, he was asking. You know, we brought up the thing about the tap rack banger. He brought it up or whatever, and you guys know I say that a lot and everything else, but and I do it and I live it. But what do you do when you're in a gunfight and let's say your shit malfunctions or whatever? You go to tap rack bang, change. You don't have any more mags. You fucking just like this guy did. I'm out of ammo. I need a magazine or whatever. Colin's gonna fucking pass him the mag. I mean, you got to surround yourself with good people, like-minded people, you know that are stronger than you, that can lift your hands when you can't hold them up, stuff, and then people that you can do that with as well. So that it's a complete circle all the way around. I mean, and surround yourselves with people like that.
That's a good point. That brings up something else too. Somebody had posted. We're friends with the Zert guys, Aaron Malden, and we don't go train with them. They're, you know, in Las Vegas. But I like their lifestyle stuff. I love fucking Aaron. We get along very well, and we're very similar. If we were in a room together and we had to work together, it would never fucking work because we're too much alike. But being on the other sides of the United States, it works out just fine. But somebody said, I'm thinking about joining Zert. Should I join? And that goes back to that your buddy thing.
Yeah.
And surrounding yourself with like-minded people. The zombie thing is big and it's hot and it gets people into the preparedness because it's kind of fun, but you're also preparing. And a dude who just wants to put away food and train and shit, his kids aren't going to understand it if he just comes out of the blue with it, and his family and his wife isn't going to understand that shit. So, what's up?
Can't get your trunk to come up on the Range Rover.
Trunk on the Range Rover?
Oh. What's up, Tomas?
It's okay, because I can just clip that space out.
Yeah. But, well, like we were saying though, you know, have somebody that you can reach out to and that you can count on and stuff.
Yeah.
And be the kind of person that other people can count on.
Stir those.
For the chickens to get more eggs.
Yeah.
But, and you know what? Another thing on that too, if your cards and your chips are down and shit and everything, and you're having a bad day, don't be fucking toxic with that shit on other people.
So what I'm saying is, somebody said, should I, go to this? And it's about surrounding yourself with those people. So whether it be church, church isn't for everybody. Or you want to surround yourself with other dudes that are doing what you want to do or be what you want to be. Whether it's a fucking stamp collecting club or a model collecting club or fucking, training TAC response, join Get Off the X, whatever that is. Everybody joins these internet forums, and then you spend all your time fucking on these internet forums, and you don't fucking live any life. You're not outside actually fucking doing anything because you're on these fucking internet forums all the time. And that's why, hold yourself accountable. Like, when I started fucking eating good a couple of years ago, I always took a picture. And everybody loved the pictures, but you get some asshole, all you ever show is pictures of food. It's because I'm holding myself accountable, because when I didn't post those photos of what I ate that day, people assumed I ate like shit. And it's just like with the fucking preparedness shit or the gardening shit or anything. If you're going to fucking say you're going to do, saying you're doing it's one thing, saying you did it's another thing, post a fucking photo so that nobody can fucking call you. Accountability, that's what it's about. And the fucking more you do it, the easier it becomes to do. We didn't go to the gym yesterday. Colin was fucking not feeling well. Lance had a bunch of shit to do. I didn't want to go to the gym. That one day could easily turn to a second day. Left to my own devices without these guys here, I'd stay here today and not go to the gym. But they're going to the gym. So I'm going to the gym every day, and I fucking pay my employees to go to the gym, because when I don't go to the gym, they go, where the fuck were you at? And they'll give me shit about it. It's accountability. Yeah. And it's the same thing with any of that. And like Lance said, surrounding yourself with like-minded people. And it doesn't matter what that is. It's whatever you want to achieve. Fucking be where people that are heading the direction you want to go are heading. And you can branch out. It can become something different. It doesn't have to be the same. You'll learn other things from it.
Exactly. And another thing that, that will develop, at least I know it does in me and everything, with that accountability stuff, is you'll start developing and building your own personal integrity to where you don't need that accountability on so many things, because you will hold yourself to a higher standard than what you do right now. And it's kind of like Heartbreak Ridge is one of my favorite movies. I just like the old Clint Eastwood and Gunny Highway. But, he says one thing when he gets his recall platoon in there. He says, he's making them all get haircuts and change shit and this and that. And he says, you're going to start looking like Marines. Pretty soon you'll start acting like Marines, feeling like Marines. God damn it, pretty soon you'll start being Marines. It's that kind of same mentality. And like you talk about it a lot too, the fake it till you make it type of deal and whatnot. Start doing what it is that you want to be doing. You start acting like it, even if it's, but you start taking steps in that direction. And pretty soon, next thing you know, you'll be looking back a couple months later or whatever, and you'll be 10 pounds or 15, whatever it is, by those little changes that you make. And it all adds up. It adds up very quick.
Yep.
One bite at a time. One bite at a time. Definitely. But that's all I got on that, I guess.
Yeah. That was important.
It is. But and kudos to that guy for reaching out for help. I mean, that's a huge step.
Who do you email?
Me. He inboxed me.
Good.
Yeah, I've had a few. He's messaged me a time or two on whatever, or posted on my Facebook. So he's a cool guy and everything. And that's the other thing. I mean, if you need, he knows who I'm talking to. So I can reach out, every now and then, whatever you need, a little motivation. I don't know if I got something to say or whatnot or can help, but definitely on the team. So.
All right, rally them, get them all rounded up, cut that shit off.
All right. If you guys are having a bad day, make it a great day. It's hump day. It's Wednesday. Have a great week. Love you guys.